Miss Nelson has a field day. For some weeks now, gloom had blanketed the Horseby Smedley school. No one laughed or threw spitballs. No one even smiled. Miss Nelson was worried. Everyone was down in the dumps. Even the cafeteria ladies had lost their spark. Mr. Blandsworth was so depressed he hid under his desk. It's the worst team in the state, he said. And it was true. The Smedley Tornadoes were just pitiful. They hadn't won a game all year. They hadn't even scored a single point. And lately, they seemed only interested in horsing around and giving Coach the business. Why practice, they said. We'll only lose. We're in for it now, says old Pops Hanson, the janitor. The big Thanksgiving Day game is coming up. And the werewolves from Central are real animals. They'll make mincemeat out of our team. What's to be done, said Miss Nelson. We need a real expert. That afternoon, while Miss Nelson was grading papers, she heard wild laughter. It was coming from the teacher's lounge. Coach Armstrong had cracked up. I'll make us a fresh pot of coffee, said Miss Nelson. When Coach had calmed down, Miss Nelson took him home in a taxi. You'll need a nice long rest, she said. The next day, it was announced over the PA that Coach Armstrong would be out for a long time with the measles. Who will take his place, said the kids. But when Miss Nelson passed by Lulu's after school, a serious discussion was going on. We need someone who can really get the team into shape for the big Thanksgiving game, said one kid. Someone who knows how to get results. It's too bad Miss Viola Swamp isn't around here, said another. Who? Said a kid who was new in town. You've never heard of Viola Swamp? Said the first kid. The meanest substitute in the whole wide world. She's a real witch. She'd have no trouble getting results. Mr. Blandsworth happened to overhear. He said. Said Miss Nelson, and she wasted no time getting home. After rummaging around in her closet, she found what she was looking for, an ugly black sweatsuit. Then she made an important phone call. I'll be right there, said the voice on the other end. The next day, Mr. Blandsworth announced that there would be football practice as usual. Whoever it is, said the guys, let's really give him the business. The doors to Coach's office flew open, and out stepped a lady in an ugly black dress. My name is Viola Swamp, said the lady, and I'm here to get results. It's Blandsworth, cried the guys, and they laughed him off the field. Oh, rats, said Blandsworth. How could they tell? Just then, the guys heard the sound of squeaky tennis shoes. I'm Coach Swamp, said the lady in the black sweatsuit. Holy smokes, cried the team. The Swamp! The team's fullback tried to pussyfoot away. Not so fast, Mr. Smarty, said Coach Swamp. Wow, said one of the guys. Did you see that tackle? Coach Swamp was a real expert. She put the team to work right away. The guys had never done so many leg raises. More, said Coach Swamp. They had never ran so fast. Faster, yelled Coach Swamp. This is murder, said the guys. Pipe down, said Coach Swamp. In only a matter of days, the Smedley Tornadoes were looking better. Coach Swamp really gave them the business. Mr. Blandsworth was a little puzzled, however. Who is that Mrs. Swamp? He said. Maybe Miss Nelson would know. I'll go ask. Mrs. Nelson was busy grading papers when Blansworth looked in. I don't want to disturb her, said Blansworth. She probably doesn't know anyways. Down on the field, Coach Smop was having a little talk with the team. And don't ever think you guys can horse around again, she said, because the swamp will be watching. When Coach Armstrong returned from his rest, he was very surprised out by what he found. The guys played like a real team. How did this happen? Said Coach Armstrong. Said the guys. On Thanksgiving Day, the tornadoes clobbered the Werewolves, 77-3. It was a great day for Horace B. Smedley School. Mr. Blansworth treated the whole team to hot dogs at Lulu's. Mrs. Nelson went home tired and happy. Sometimes you just have to get tough, she told her sister Barbara. And by the way, thanks for filling in for me. Anytime, said Barbara. Anytime.